Hello, friends, and welcome to another Modern League. Today we are playing Humans, a deck that used to be top of the meta, one of the strongest aggro decks in Modern, but has fallen off quite a bit. It didn't get as many good cards from Modern Horizons 2, so we are going to be playing a couple of them, though. We got Esper Sentinel and Imperial Recruiter. Also, Unsettled Mariner from the original Modern Horizons. We just basically our plan here is pretty simple. We're going to be putting humans down every turn and turning them sideways to attack the opponent to death. Seems pretty easy. Yeah, we've also, because we're playing the Imperial Recruiter, we're able to play kind of like a toolbox in the sideboard here. We're going to be able to search out these cards if they're going to be relevant. So yeah, pretty excited to get into the league with the deck. So let's go. One land hand without a vial. We do have Noble Hierarch, but we're on the draw here, so all right, keep this. Oh no, Thoughtseize. Do you have a link to a list, Trinax? If you do, send me a whisper. Generally links aren't going to work in chat. Urborg, Maze Mine Tome. So I think we're playing against Cabal Coffers, which would be pretty cool if we were. Another land, because why not? Oh, thanks, Moto. Thanks for the warning. Seems so bad to play a Thalia's lieutenant here, but I mean, what else are we doing? We just have nothing. Kind of feel like we need to put this down so at least it can start growing. But maybe we were just supposed to do nothing for a turn? Meddling Mage. All right, let me take a quick look at my coffers list. I think I still have one. What would I have called it? Golos. Okay. So Fatal Push would be a good name. Liliana of the Veil would be a good name. Four mana Karn, probably. Yeah. Another Horizon Canopy. All right, we're gonna do it. I think we do it during their turn, so that way they can't use Fatal Push on our turn to kill the Meddling Mage. Uh, Make sure I get the right one. Think that might have been the soul read. All right, Donut. Thanks for suggesting the Great Creator. I think that was their plan that turn. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. They don't even go for the Meddling Mage? Did they not have enough mana or something? Oh, because they wanted to Maze Mine, maybe? Thanks, Trinax. Always know at this point. Always yield. Another Meddling Mage. So we only get to play one of these. Kind of like Thalia. Stops them from playing the 5-mana spell. But going Meddling Mage on push keeps this one safe. Another March. See, that's why I kind of wanted to play the Thalia. Well, opponent still has 5 cards in hand, going up to 6 here. We are basically out of resources. Oh, that's a cool card. Think we lose this one pretty handily. Opponent still had so much life. Alright, bring in Magus of the Moon. Protection from black seems good. But they do have, like, Damnation, Liliana, so, like, we can't just rely on protection from black, keeping our creatures on the board. Well, that's a good thing that we have Teeg, then. Reflector Mage seems quite poor. Kind of like, I like the Esper Sentinels here. Yeah, not a huge fan of Lavinia for this matchup. by the time they get to the point where they're making huge mana, they are going to have a lot of lands on the battlefield anyway. So I don't think it'll stop too much. This is a pretty fast hand. Kind of hoping for an Esper Sentinel or a Noble Hierarch off the top here. Thalia. Oh, Thalia is pretty nice, actually. I really like Thalia here. Okay, there's the Noble Hierarch. So you can go Champion of the Parish, Noble Hierarch, attack for a bunch. Next turn, Thalia's Lieutenant, attack for even more. Also, we have access to Magus of the Moon starting next turn, which is kind of good versus their deck. Because they tap the Bloodstain Mire, they're only going to have access to one black mana instead of potentially two. Maybe we just go for the Magus of the Moon to try and cut them off of lands. We'll have to do a little bit of math. See if, we don't just have them dead with Thalia's Lieutenant. Okay, so we can go Thalia's Lieutenant Meddling Mage at this point, so that's 2 humans. That's probably game, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, that's lethal. No Magus of the Moon necessary. I named You Are Already Dead with Meddling Mage. Yes. Okay. Let's play one more game against them, right? Go into game 3. Yeah, the card You Are Already Dead is just so good strictly for being able to name it. The card itself, not very strong, but being able to name it, very strong. Oh, Inquisition to start. All right, well, what do you take? Aether Vial? Champion of the Parish? Champion of the Parish. Ooh, Esper Sentinel. That's a cool one. Maybe I should have played the Hierarch, then I could have put the Esper Sentinel down with the Aether Vial if they fetched. I think that would have been better. But I mean, like, Fatal Push is 1 mana, so it wouldn't have actually mattered. Because they didn't actually need to fetch to play their spell. Different art on their swamps? Tisk tisk. Blast Zone. I am so screwed. My whole hand is 1-drops. They may run Blood Moon? No way. I would like to Blood Moon. Oh, double Thalia's Lieutenant. Okay. Fingers crossed, no damnation. Nice. So Cabal Coffers doesn't actually make any mana here. So they can't use Blast Zone. Ugh, another Aether Vial. That sucks. Alright, I guess we just attack for a bunch of damage. Put him to 5. Go ahead. Blast Zone isn't enough, but Damnation would be. Would we even get to draw a card? Oh man, they just pass again? Always no, always yield. That's a cool one. That's a cool one. I think we actually just go for the Mantis Rider. They're not going to have a sweeper. So yeah, I think Mantis Rider. Go for kill. They're not going to have fog. They're not going to have a sweeper. I think Mantis Rider should seal it. We have to get draw card. Magus of the Moon. Still lethal. Nice. Managed to beat the Cabal Coffers deck. March of Wretched Sorrow can actually be crazy good against humans, but opponent doesn't have Fury, so... I would not call myself a humans expert, but I have been a human my whole life, so I do know a thing or two. Blooming Marsh, Ignoble Hierarch. Oh, we playing it against Yawgmoth, friends? That's really bad news. It's good in the sense that, you know, like, I know what's going on with a Yawgmoth deck, but it's really, really bad because Yawgmoth is super, super good versus our deck. Now, I definitely want to use one of these to hit Yawgmoth, but I think the first one is going to be Grist. So they can't turn 2 Grist. And then next turn we play Meddling Mage on Yawgmoth. But then they could still like Eldritch Evolution into a Yawgmoth. They can probably even Court of Calling into a Yawgmoth now that they have Wall of Roots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And we do not hit a spell. I guess we could go Canopy draw. No. Unfortunate. Alright, so yeah, we can attack in with this. They can block with Wall of Roots pretty easy, though. I mean, we do have Aether Vial on, too, so they don't know. We could have Lieutenant. So blocking with a Wall of Roots is a bit of a risk. Alright, opponent, do you have Court of Calling? I think they would have played Court of Calling if they had it. Thalia. Not the best. Let's see if we can find a Mantis Rider or something. Another Thalia. Oh, you didn't like the first Thalia, huh? How about another one? Don't see too much point in attacking, to be honest. Which is not where you want to be as the humans player. Want to be attacking all day. They gotta have Yawgmoth in hand. Oh, only one card left. Always no, always yield. Oh, Thalia's Lieutenant is a pretty nice card here. Can we start attacking? If I attack with... I guess I can attack with this. But they could just block it with Wall of Roots. Oh, Augur of Autumn seems pretty great. Have people tried Realm Walker? I imagine people have tried that by now, right? Another Aether Vial, not what we were looking for. I guess we're just gonna have to wait. I should play this other Aether Vial. Yeah, playing lands from the top is definitely going to be clutch. Would we have it? Was it 1, 2... We only have 2 powers. 1 and 3. Alright, so this one is an always no. Just lands. So many lands. Need to be drawing gas. Where are my Mantis Riders? Just giving the opponent infinite time to find a Chord of Calling. And then again, like, we could also just play Thalia, and then Thalia's Lieutenant goes up to a 2/2, so that would also get us the extra power and toughness. Okay, there's Eldritch Evolution, so here's Yawgmoth, now we're dead. This is not a human, so this can get rid of Yawg, whereas Reflector Mage cannot. Sanctifier on en-Vec and Auriok Champion are actually extremely annoying for Yawgmoth decks. It's super, super difficult to kill with Yawgmoth combo through an Auriok Champion. I'm not a huge fan of Meddling Mage here. Like, we get to name Yawgmoth and Grist, but because of Eldritch Evolution and Chord of Calling, we actually have to name 4 things with Meddling Mage. Also, Thalia isn't too strong here. Almost everything they play are creatures. Alright, so we're looking for Ahsoka. Save us, Ahsoka. That was a pretty good start. Keep this. I think I'm going to probably want to name Grist again so they don't get a turn 2 Grist. Oh, Messenger. Yup. Don't see Messenger too much. Most of these decks only play one of these at this point. Shauna, what's good? Kind of like Unsettled Mariner, because it makes the Yawgmoth very expensive to use. So maybe we just go Champion Mariner here. Oh, thanks for the warning, Moto. Oh, good point. Very good point. These are some of the things that I don't think about as a casual humans enjoyer. The downtime today, This is a good thing for Pauper players, because after the downtime, we get a bunch of new cards. Some very exciting downgrades, including Monastery Swiftspear, also Is It Charm, if you're into that kind of thing. Eldritch Evolution, yep. So they don't get to deal me 2, and Yawgmoth doesn't do anything right now. Oh, they have the fetch land though, so they can use it once to hit a thing. Or they choose to play bird instead. Fair enough. Good card. Not a good card. We could draw a card. I think, like, Thalia's Lieutenant is honestly one of the best things we can do right now anyway. So maybe we just play Thalia's Lieutenant, Aether Vial, play the land, and then hope we find some good stuff next turn. I mean, this is a huge attack as well. 10 damage, put them to 1. And then Yawgmoth, you don't want to be at 1 life with Yawgmoth, so they have to lose the bird. I mean, that's your block, friend. Yawgmoth here, bird here. I guess it doesn't really matter. You can block 1 on either place, but yeah, that's your block. All right. Do your worst. I have an Unsettled Mariner. And you can't grist. Mariner definitely looking pretty strong here in this situation. Nice. Didn't even need Ahsoka this time. Hopefully we'll find a pair of Jedis to help us out for game 3. We could bring in Gaddock Teeg as it cancels out Court of Calling, but that's basically all it does. I don't think that's enough. Maybe. It doesn't hurt us at all, and this one card shuts off 4 of their cards. Yeah, and don't forget, Shauna, you do have a raid rain check, so. But yeah, Amaranth and I were never destined to meet. Do you know why? It's because we're actually the same person. That's right. Dismember actually does seem pretty good, being able to kill the Yawg. Could be very important. Yeah, that's right. Crime punishment as well. So maybe we just take out a Meddling Mage for the Gaddock Teeg. And I want to take out 2 cards for the Dismembers. They do need to keep all of the Ahsokas. Oh, I thought we already established, Shauna, that's because I'm not wearing any pants. No pants. This is a no pants stream. One land, Aether Vial. We have the Hierarch. We have Ahsoka. I'm risking this one. Let's get greedy. First turn, Urborg. Interesting. They probably have a Twilight Mire to back it up. But yeah, pretty lucky that they didn't have turn one Dork this time. Oh man, and Blood Artist? We have a chance. We do not draw the land. Unfortunate. I guess we just go Champion of the Parish, Noble Hierarch here, so we can start playing Ahsoka. We can play double Ahsoka next turn, and then it's pretty difficult for them to win. Containment Priest stops Vial. Another card that absolutely murders Yogg is Containment Priest. Yeah, I haven't really seen the Containment Priest. It's something we just really don't see at all. I figured, you know, like, new toys. Because that was released at some point, right? Like in Modern Horizons 2 or something. It came into to Modern. Thought I remember it being printed at some point. Oh, they have Grist. I mean, in general. Core 2021. Thanks, Donut. Oh, yeah, Collector Oof. I love that card. And we get a land. Nice. Ahsoka. Ahsoka. Oh, I gotta say always yes. Okay. And Hierarchs who make a 5/5. Always yes. Attack Grist. Here's Yogg. So Yogg does have protection from humans, protection from our deck. Ahsoka still attacks right through, though. We have a pair of 2-drops. Do I want to push this up to 3? Yeah, we have enough mana to go ahead and play both of these anyways. Let's push it up. Mariner. Okay, let's draw it. No, it's a land. Yeah, let's name Wizard. Just thinking about what I want to name with Meddling Mage here. Probably going to lose it to the Grist anyways. Although we are... No, we're not really swinging in for any damage anyway. We're swinging in for 2. Well, 3 actually with the Lieutenant. That could be 4. Yeah, 4. Because we can attack with both. Oh, got 2 Hierarchs. 4 regardless. Can name Court of Calling. Can name Crime Punishment. Yeah, that's probably the name. Yeah, the champions can swing on Grist. We only actually need to swing in with 1, because we have 2 Hierarchs. So swinging in with 1 gets us the same as we would if we swung in with 2. Oh yeah, that would be super good. Because yeah, they can just block Champion of the Parish all day, don't need to worry about it. Alright, attack Grist. We have no cards in hand, nothing we can do, just F6 here. Killing the Thalia's Lieutenant. Resetting the Young Wolf. Okay, putting a counter on the Meddling Mage. Yeah, Mariner would be very nice. Or a, Sanctifier would even be fine. Sanctifier would mean they wouldn't be able to do, Messenger as part of their combo. And with, like, Blood Artist and Messenger... I don't think even Blood Artist Messenger beats 2 champions. Ahsoka too strong. So they can put a counter on the Meddling Mage, then they can proliferate, put a counter on the Grist. Well, that is not their plan. They still have a bunch of cards in hand. I mean, of course they are. Gonna have a bunch of cards. Yawgmoth draws stuff. And they got a bunch of green creatures, so they can defend the Grist from the champions now. Always no, always yield. You rang? So I should be able to attack with both champions, because they don't have enough mana to proliferate to make the young wolf big enough to be able to deal with my stuff. Alright, so they're killing the Meddling Mage, which means punishment is back on the table. That is how they can get rid of Ahsoka. Oh yeah, no kidding. Kill that Grist. But yeah, with that targeted kill on the Meddling Mage, it kind of feels like they have punishment ready to go here. Oh wow, they lose the Blood Artist. I guess, yeah, why not, right? You're going to punishment, get rid of your 2-drop. Makes total sense. And now we've lost both of our Jedi, and they're going to be able to potentially just, combo and kill us. They did lose the Blood Artist, but they do have the combo. Oh, yes. Who was it that said bring in Dismember for Yawgmoth? Okay, attack isn't great here. They probably just have another Yawgmoth in hand, the way they just let that go. Oh, Vitor. Good call on the Dismember. Oh, a Grist. Oh, bye-bye Champion of the Parish. Eldritch Evolution, go get Yawgmoth again. Well, we tried as hard as we could. We had a really good setup, but punishment was exactly the thing the opponent needed to be able to kill us. Now, that being said, their combo isn't exactly popping off here. They have lost the Blood Artist, so they're not able to win that way. We have a ton of life. The thing is, like, they just can attack in, Grist ultimate. It's not going to take them too long to reduce our life total. F6, let them do what they're going to do. So yeah, this is a terrible matchup, but for such a bad matchup, it's going all right. We actually managed to get a game versus the opponent. That was pretty sweet. Another Aether Vial. Lame. I think they could probably just be using the Proliferate at this point. Grow these to bigger threats. Use Grist. Yeah, sure, but that's not a combo kill. It's good. It's not a combo kill, though. Because we have more life than the opponent. That's not going to last very long, though. I think actually this attack switches it so that this is a kill. So we do still currently have a higher life total, but that's not going to last. We're going to draw our last card here, and then we're going to die. GG's. Yawgmoth. That is a really tough matchup. And I mean, we did pretty well right up until they were able to resolve that punishment. We got the play, we had Aether Vial. Keep this. Fingers crossed, no Fury. Okay, Urza deck. Cheers, Chuck. Nice Meddling Mage. So, what do we think? Green Tron or Eldrazi Tron? And then what do we name? Could name Map? Maybe Dismember was the way? Oh, of course, they just have Natural Tron. Oh, name Ugin, Chuck, yes. Ugin is such a killer. I mean, we could technically still do that. We could Imperial Recruiter and then go get Meddling Mage. We could also just go get Lavinia. Lavinia seems pretty strong versus Tron, right? It's one of the reasons why we're playing the card. Alright, so Relic Progenitus out of here. Uses it as a cantrip. Yep, Natty Tron. And Maze Mind Tome. Think Maze Mind means we're playing against Eldrazi? Another Aether Vial. So we can play Esper Sentinel, Aether Vial here. I guess they would have had the mana to pay regardless. I guess, can we Reflector Mage? It's non-token, right? Oh, no, it doesn't say non-token. Because we used that on a germ earlier, I guess. Target creature an opponent controls. Okay. So we can save the Lavinia here. Ah, thank you. It was Skyclave Apparition. That's the one that says non-token. Okay. Because I was sure that something said that. Gets rid of all of them. Just hit gets rid of one. Reflector Mage is one target. It's the other thing. Deputy of Detention is the one that hits all the targets. And I'm pretty sure that would just get rid of all the tokens. Oh no, Ulamog! Damn you! That's not very nice. Attacks don't seem very good here. I guess like we could attack with this just to get a token. Think we're in a lot of trouble here. Stupid Ulamog. Stupid perfect lands for the opponent. Oh, wow. Thanks for the warning, Moto. Lavinia, Gaddock Teeg, Magus of the Moon. Maybe Liberator. Deputy of Detention. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the image is what I switched out for the Adeline. Thalia is not very good late. I mean, it's kind of good early though to stop the setup spells. So what's better, Esper Sentinel or Thalia? I guess we go Hierarch to start, then turn to Champion of the Parish, Meddling Mage, name O-Stone. Opponent is on the mulligan, but Tron does mulligan very well. Ooh, Dismembered. That's a pain. Just a 1-mana 1/1 now. Maybe they brought the Torpor Orb in because they wanted to play it turn 2. With Karn, you have to wait till like turn 5 or something. I mean, I guess it depends on Thalia's Lieutenant would be so good if not for Torpor Orb. But yeah, they wanted to play it early, right? Second turn. Might as well play Reflector Mage just because it has more power. 3 mana 2/3 versus a 2 mana 1/1. Get that extra power on board. Oh, they've been missing land drops. Expedition map is not a Thought-Knot Seer. Okay. Lucky us. Sure. Uh-oh. Opponent kept 7. That is a bad sign. Oh, Irkari, you like the black sack? Love to hear it. Spent quite a bit of time working on that deck in the past. So it's nice to hear that you're going to be putting it together. There's a lot of different iterations of this deck. So you're going to be able to have a lot of variation with that kind of list. I know that Propaganda, Deluxeikoff, has spent a bit of time playing the deck as well. Oh yeah, the sequencing for that deck is really, really important. Because you're playing with so many 1-drops, right? So you have to... Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Matter Reshaper. They played a card. Ooh, Recruiter. We could go get Blood Moon. That could be good next turn. So we could play the Noble Hierarch and attack through the Reshaper, but then this doesn't flip. We could destroy the Torpor Orb so that our Thalia's Lieutenant works. Oh, that's right, we have to get rid of this for the Recruiter to work regardless. Did you know that Outland Liberator is played in Vintage? I do not pay much attention to Vintage. I did not know that. Urza's Power Plant. Woof. They just get to throw a land in play. Not the best. But yeah, I do recognize the power of the Outland Liberator, and it makes sense that it would be played in Vintage. There's a lot of artifacts in that format. Walking Ballista. Lame. Lame. Think we die. We could, if we liberate the Walking Ballista, they just kill both of the Hierarchs. We could kill the Torpor Orb, but then they just have a Walking Ballista, which can kill the Moon. Think we just die. Yeah, that was probably the way to get like something going. Well, looks like that is their play. Okay, Walking Ballista off the table. This is pretty much the best that we could ask for. Because now we can get Moon. Alright, your turn. No more colorless mana for you, opponent. Ugh, sometimes you just have it all. Second Walking Ballista, by the way. Alright, so I guess they just kill the Magus of the Moon on their turn. Which makes sense, they get to pump up the Ballista so they can keep it. Does cost them a lot of mana to be able to do that, though. To keep the Walking Ballista. Wow. I wanted to keep that one. Okay. Just draw the same card again, why not? I was thinking we put it on All Is Dust. I mean, Ugin would also be incredible. Ugin, All Is Dust, either one destroy me. But they are playing Eldrazi. I don't know a ton about Eldrazi Tron. I'm way more familiar with Green Tron. So I don't really know what the contents of their deck is. We have seen All Is Dust. We have not seen Ugin. We did see Ulamog. Maybe the Mantis Rider gets there. Fingers crossed. I'm imagining this delay here is probably Manu Chao composing some sort of message for me, but we'll see. I don't really think that we're in a good position, though, honestly. We have this 4/4 attacking every turn, but they have a Walking Ballista with 1,000,000 mana and an Urza Saga. Tron has better top decks, yep. So many things they could have that would just crush us. The double Walking Ballista, though, like, I think we had a chance until that other Walking Ballista showed up. Well, there's the Karn. Yeah, exactly. The Walking Ballista basically wins by itself. They just gotta take out the Mantis Rider and they win. So we're going to be behind here after this match, and we're going to have two more matches just to try to get a positive league. We're going to need 2 wins in a row. We've been pretty lucky here the whole time we've been playing. I think I've played against 1 Fury deck. Still been getting tons of losses, which is unfortunate. Ooh, Skyship. That's a cool card. They can deal 3 damage to the Mantis Rider and then finish it off with a Walking Ballista. GG. We're on the draw with 1 land and Aether Vial. But we have Esper Sentinel, Champion of the Parish. Let's be greedy. Yeah, you're going to want early things versus Fury and Solitude, ideally, like Lavinia. Oh, second land on top? Xander's Lounge and Basic Swamp. Let's play Thalia. Oh, Remanded. So I want to play Esper Sentinel, Thalia's Lieutenant, Lieutenant trigger on the stack, Thalia. Seems like the way to go here. Saying they're a Reanimator deck. Good to know, good to know. Thanks for the follow, friend. Sanctifier, yeah, we got 4 of those. Yeah, so we got the 4 Sanctifiers. Maybe Deputy? Archon of Creativity, not Reanimator. This is, Deals 2 damage to any target, huh? You're gonna regret that one, friend. Let's get in for some damage. Hard evidence. Yeah, okay. This is, what's name? Creativity. Someone might have already said that. Vitor, yep. Imperial Recruiter. So we recruit, go get, Mantis Rider or another Thalia's lieutenant. And just kill them. They block here. Thanks, Moto. Let's just think about this for a second, right? They block here, and we're going to have, if we get Mantis Rider coming in, so that would be 2, 5, 8, 11. Actually, one more because of the Imperial Recruiter. I think it's exactly lethal. So count one more time. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 3 more is 12. Everyone agree with me on the math there? Mantis Rider is greater than 2. That's why you can't get Mantis. I talked about that before. This is a thing I know, but I was thinking, Imperial Recruiter gets anything. Mantis must be good, right? Can't get Mantis. Quit being dumb. So, is Thalia's Lieutenant lethal? Get the Bounce Mage? Oh yeah, that just gets rid of this, then we attack in for... That's gotta be lethal. Bounce this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh yeah, easy. Okay, thanks, friends. It's a lot easier to play Magic when you have a bunch of people whispering in your ear what the right play is. Judge! Yup. Let's bring in Gaddock Teeg. Very, very good point. Blow Bear, yeah. For all the good things that chat says, we get a lot of suspect things as well. So I think they might be like a creativity slash reanimator. But I could be wrong about that. How good is Lavinia? Lavinia doesn't seem that great. You think the Magus too? Ha, that's the most fun, getting to tell chat they're wrong. I think it's purely Grixis. Oh, okay, purely creativity. Really? Alright, I don't have a lot of time left on the clock here. And unfortunately, the link doesn't come through. Don't mind the dismembers to kill the tokens. Thalia's good. Esper Sentinel's fine. Meddling Mage is good. I think Unsettled Mariner is probably bad. Alright, we're gonna try that. Don't have a lot of time left on the sideboard clock here, so this is what we're gonna run with. I would have liked to have brought in the Dismembers, but did not have the time to figure out what to take out for them. And I do not like this hand. I mean, I guess we do have the Meddling Mage, which is cool. But, one land, no Aether Vial. We do have Hierarch, which makes it, you know, like, worth considering keeping. I like this one. The Reflector Mages aren't, you know, like, super great, but they could be good. Could be good. Aether Vial on top. Oh, Meddling Mage. Nice. Ooh, here comes a Fatal Push. Thought I hit 6 here. Oh, there it goes. Play that Thalia. Tax their mana. And what are we going to name with Meddling Mage here? Are we just going to name Creativity? We're going to name Push? Oh, love that. Love that. Now we can Imperial Recruiter if we want. Ooh. Fire on the Thalia. Well, we got a replacement, so let's replace. Thalia was so important you had to kill it. Here's another one. Gets a basic mountain, so they can Prismari Command, make a treasure, kill the Thalia, and here comes Creativity, I bet. With a Dwarven Mine, so they can go get 2. That's gotta be death. Yeah, because they hit the 2. We could deal with 1 with Reflector Mage, but 2 is too much. Yeah, I mean, Unsettled Mariners, the creatures still hit the board, and even if, you know, they don't get the trigger to go off the first time, it's still really scary. I mean, recruiters get Gaddock Teeg, which is the best thing we can do, is play Gaddock Teeg. Keep this. Hope they play Hard Evidence turn 1, I guess. We could play Thalia's Lieutenant attack for 2. Fatal push on the Hierarch again. Oh, right on time, Aether Vial. Meddling Mage. Is it worth it to play a Reflector Mage here just to get a clock going? It might be. Esper Sentinel. So we can Reflector Mage this, then we can Thalia's Lieutenant with the Aether Vial, hit him for 3. We could just hold up Meddling Mage, but I don't think we need to worry about creativity this turn. We need to worry about it next turn. Very true. Without getting a peek into the opponent's hand to see what you want to name with Meddling Mage, yeah, it is a way harder. But I wanted to play Esper Sentinel. Shit, I was right. They are a Reanimator. How dead are we? Super dead. Extra super dead. Yeah. We got 2 lands. We got a Champion of the Parish to start with an Unsettled Mariner to back it up. We'll keep this. Basic Plains go. Noble Hierarch right on time. Would love to get this into play next turn. Basic Plains again. Is this hammer time? Hammer time. Gets Cauldra. Okay, so we can Reflector Mage if we draw land? No land. So we could play Noble to get the mana we need, and then we can Reflector the Germ. That's probably the line we want to go with. Could be get a little bit awkward depending on how they use the Compleat here. I imagine they're going to want to use it to block, so we're not going to be able to Reflector Mage at this turn. We could maybe play the Adeline this turn to set up for a nice swing the turn after. Yeah, unfortunately, most people can't post links into the chat, so nobody saw that, my friend. It's just like way easier. I don't have to worry about bots posting toxic links. I appreciate your understanding. Some people are not so understanding. What? Why can't I post my links here? Oh, loser. Another basic planes. All the same art. Very nice. I mean, wouldn't be my first choice, but I appreciate that you're using all the same art. That's a good thing to be doing. You can give your opponent a small advantage if you're playing different art in your lands. Ooh. Skyclave takes my champion. Aether Vial. Yeah, looks like taxes. Humans versus taxes. Match for the ages. My attacks don't seem very good here. I guess I could attack with Reflector Mage, and they just block with Skyclave, Stoneforge, give protection to whichever one I put in front. So I lose my Reflector Mage that way, gain a 1/1 token. That's not a very good trade. Ooh, Sophie. Sophie is scary. So they can give Skyclave pro white. Yeah. No attack, though. Yeah, classic matchup. So what does Recruiter get us? We can't Reflector Mage the Skyclave apparition. We can't get Mantis Rider. I remember that. Get this thing off the screen. I guess we could go get Thalia's Lieutenant. Oh, they probably do have Flicker Wisp. Getting rid of the Giver of Ruins would be nice as well. Could attack with this. It's a 5/5. Blocks here. Give it protection. We get 1 damage in. Get rid of Sword with Deputy. We don't have that in the deck right now. It's in the sideboard. This is game 1. If I attack with Adeline and they block with Apparition and Giver of Ruins, I lose this, they lose Giver. Could attack with everything. This blocks here, they block something with this, they take 3. Losing this would be pretty brutal. Yeah, just Recruiter into Recruiter. Thinking either Thalia's Lieutenant or Reflector Mage. Thalia's Lieutenant seems pretty nice because the Aether Vial is about to tick up to 2. We might be able to use this to get like the last push of damage. I'm gonna go for that. Be a 6/5. But yeah, we just traded for Giver, and that's not good enough. And like a point of damage. Adeline's power is like would be 5 when it's in the deck, right? So we wouldn't be able to recruit Adeline with this many creatures on the board. That is a question, by the way. I'm not certain on that. In the deck, it's 0? Okay. I thought because it had the asterisk, it was just always the value that it's supposed to be. Don't have abilities in the graveyard in the deck. Okay. Thanks, everybody, for setting me straight. Land. Not what I needed. Let's try drawing a card, see if we find something good. Another Thalia's Lieutenant. That's interesting. I guess we just attack with everything. Well, got them to 1, but 1 is not done. Opponent has another turn here. Draw step, a main phase, combat, the whole 9 yards. Alright, another Stone Forge goes and gets... what? Batterskull. Don't know if you're going to have enough time to deploy that Batterskull now that you've lost the other Stone Forge. Meddling Mage on Solitude would have been a great idea. Friday is going to be Yawgmoth. I'm doing a lot of Double Masters Pauper on Thursday. So on Friday, we're going back to the Yawg. Alright, so we're playing Death of Taxes. I remembered. Magus of the Moon seems not so great. Lavinia seems not so great. Outland Liberator seems pretty good. I think actually this is pretty much the only card we're legitimately interested in. Maybe, I think we want Dismember as well. That gets rid of the germs. Thalia seems poor. Esper Sentinel seems poor. Probably just take out Esper Sentinel. Oh, yeah, that's right. Lavinia's fine for the Solitude. I like that. Deputy, Kudro, some good advice. Thank you. We could take out the other Thalia for the other Lavinia. Why is Magus bad? They're playing all basic planes. I mean, they're bound to have some non-basics, but yeah. Magus isn't going to shut them down at all. They're not even going to feel it. Do not like this hand, Mulligan. This one's fine. Get rid of the basic island, I guess. I guess we can name Wizard on one of these. Oh, opponent has the turn 1 Aether Vial this time. Turn 1 Aether Vial for me? Nope. A Meddling Mage doesn't work too well with an Aether Vial on board. Oh, wow. Missed a land drop. Think we just named Solitude here? Maybe Path was the better choice? Hey, Mr. Grey Fox. Good morning. Blood in the water. We strike. They've shown weakness. Ooh, I think we just Deputy the Aether Vial. Oh, then again, Dismember. That's pretty close. We could Deputy the Aether Vial. They lose that. And then if they don't have 2 mana, they're not going to be able to activate it. And even if they do, we get to Dismember the Germ before it's too late. Yeah, we can name... We can't. We needed to double name Wizard. Shit. I needed to keep the island. Okay. Since we can't do that, let's just play Thalia's Lieutenant, hold up the Dismember. Okay, so we let them search first. They go get probably Cauldra, Batterskull, whatever. And then we just go ahead and dismember this right now. Wow, opponent has missed on lands 3 turns in a row. That hurts. Alright, they got a thing. It is Skyclave Apparition. They're going to be able to get a pretty good trade here. Oh, they don't kill the Thalia's Lieutenant? I guess they have Flicker Wisp. They're going to flicker this. Why Skyclave or Flicker Wisp when you could Skyclave and Flicker Wisp? Goes and gets Sophie. So I have Batterskull and Sophie plus Aether Vial on 3. Get Adeline. Attack all. Thalia's Lieutenant gets even bigger. Ah, yep, there's the Flicker Wisp. So your plan is to die? Did you forget this human token over here? Because this looks like 6 damage to me. GG. Alright, so this is the deck that we were playing today, Modern Humans. I was pretty excited to be trying out the Adeline, and I mean, Adeline was definitely pretty good in that last game, but otherwise, I mean, it was, what can I say? The deck, myself, it was a lackluster performance today. We played 8 matches and we only managed to win 2 of them. Now, on the other hand, they were pretty grindy. We managed to take a game on all of the matches in that last league. I think that Humans does still have legs. It's still a very playable deck. We just weren't very lucky today, and yeah, we hit some ugly matchups. The opponents had some good luck. Yeah, I can make, you know, a million excuses, but I think there's a really good reason why we don't see a lot of humans in the meta right now, and this league, we just kind of ran into it. Fury is a huge problem, and then also, you know, a lot of decks are able to just outrace us, or, you know, take care of the threats on the board. I do think that it's a lot of fun. I still like playing it. I will continue to pick it up on occasion, but all I'm saying is I can understand why the meta share has gone down. That being said, if you're a Humans enjoyer and this is the deck that you want to play, all the power to you. I definitely appreciate that. This is the kind of deck that I like playing, right? We get to put our threats onto the board, turn them sideways. I love that, you know, like classic Magic, and then the abilities we get on these humans are super strong. You know, I just wish we had done a little bit better this league, that's all. But you can't win every game every day, and if you can learn a little bit of something from it, or at least have fun with your matches of Magic, then hey, you got something right there, right? All right, friends, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to like and subscribe.